Right, we stay horse playing. Run up on us and I'm gon' heck. Harvard student doing my taxes, I got friends. I put rings on them hundreds, I'm married. You see my money and ice everywhere on them. And we each other cause we don't cherish them. But we don't leak out that info, we can't embarrass them. Can't leave the country, but I got my beef from London.
It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at Little Caesars Arena. Tonight, the Detroit Pistons taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. And the tip, won by Cleveland. Hood. It's denied by Drummond. Out of bounds, last touch by the Pistons. Love. Count the basket at the rim.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
Jackson with it. Down 2. To Griffin. Here comes the screen. Griffin. A drive to the basket, but it somehow stays out.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Jackson with it. Down just a couple. Oh, John Henson up to block the shot.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Jackson to Stanley Johnson. Can't miss those. To Clarkson. The drive right to the basket. And Griffin the rebound. Stanley Johnson, strong finish.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
From the outside, no good. Johnson, deep left corner. To Griffin. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin missed his first. That one goes.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Clarkson with the basketball. Looking to make something happen to Love. Going to launch beyond the arc and draws the foul.
And the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
And hits the first free throw.
Good shot, man. Get it, shoot it again.
Second and 3 is good.
It's like practice.
Hits all 3 free throws.
I get it right back to you.
Jackson with it. They're down 3.
Here we go. Here we go.
To Drummond. That pass stolen by the Cavs. turned away by Drummond. Out of bounds, last touch by the Pistons. Love. Beyond the arc for three. Offensive board. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
I tell you, he's so special, Ed. He makes the game look easy.
A lot of hard work to make it look easy. Jackson with it. Down 5. Reset here. Let's see what they do. Nothing going here on that drive.
Hey, big screen right there, big screen.
Has a chance. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error.
Woo, I like that intensity on that play.
Stuffs it down with authority.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Jackson with it. They trail by 7. Short jumper stays out. Love gets it in the right corner. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Now the Pistons going to use a timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Ish Smith to Griffin. And a whistle.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul.
Kennard. Now pass taken away by Cleveland to Love. Sexton to J.R. Smith. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Well, with J.R., it can be no, no, no. Yes, when it goes in.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Griffin to Luke Kennard. Knocked loose. Cavaliers get possession. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
The assist from number 2.
Ish Smith to Griffin. Here comes the screen. Griffin to Smith. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Everybody in the building understands he's been a known target. Looks like they're hacking early in this one.
Stanley Johnson at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 76% from the line. Off the mark on the first free throw. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw.
For the Detroit Pistons, number 9.
Cleveland has the basketball. Sexton to J.R. Smith. Lets it fly from long range. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. Runner here won't go. Into the front court comes Smith. His guys leading by 14. Sexton to Alec Burks. Fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Deep 3 at the buzzer. First quarter in the books. The Cavaliers enjoying a healthy lead. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Pistons have it. Layup goes down. Well done.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
From long range, Jordan Clarkson hounded, shot off the mark. A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
And scores. Strong take.
No. See, this is where I lose my mind. If you have that height, you got to throw that one down with authority. Send a message.
Clarkson to Alec Burks. Nothing going here on that drive. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Larry Nance Jr. trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 68%. Free throw up and good as they open things up to a 13-point lead. Pistons ball here.
I got this plan.
To Smith. Takes stock of the floor. Down to 5 on the 24. Has a look. Not that time.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
It down with authority. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Able to convert inside.
There you go. Finally, shoot your shot.
Sexton. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Okay, that time it was effective. But a really good defender will put that in their memory bank.
I got ball.
Ish Smith to Luke Kennard. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Changes coming from both sides right now. No good. Defense catching a break there. To Rodney Hood. Spins and scores.
Come on, somebody tell me when he added that to his arsenal.
Jackson with it. His guys down big. To Luke Kennard.
Hit.
Jackson to Luke Kennard. Over to the right side. For 3. He drills the 3.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
4-3. Hand in his face, no good for Alec Burks. To Luke Kennard. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Clarkson with the basketball. They lead it by 14. Oh, it's rejected by Griffin.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
To Drummond. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
He's been doing this for years, the physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Henson's shot misses.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
Now a whistle, and Cleveland is going to use a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Clarkson to J.R. Smith. Fires the three. Won't go down for J.R. Smith. Defense was all over him. And scores, plus the foul. You have to respect every part of his game. Blake Griffin going to the line for a chance at three.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Blake Griffin at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 68%. Free throw good to cap off the three-point play. That cuts it to a 7-point game. Clarkson with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Knocked loose. Pistons have it. Jackson. Here's a chance from long range, and he can't get it to go down. It's no good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Gets a look. Can't hit. The follow won't go either. The possession in favor of Detroit. And they call it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 2. Cleveland Cavaliers.
Oops. He missed the first one. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Finishing with finesse.
Old school equals high percentage.
Jackson with it. Margins 8 to Griffin. Jackson down low for Griffin. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Deep three at the buzzer. Time expires to end the first half. The Cavaliers have the lead.
Jalen here with your halftime report. The Cavaliers came out aggressive and scored a lot of points.
Keeping up with this pace will be tough, but not impossible. I think they'll find a way to keep it going.
These are the guys getting buckets for the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Pistons are in need of some changes at the half. They don't have a single player that can claim double figures in scoring. These are the guys getting buckets for the Detroit Pistons.
Game track. Steals.
The Detroit Pistons have already given up a number of steals in this game, and that's indicative of a careless attitude. That must be corrected immediately if they want to have a chance to win this game. The lack of ball control was apparent in the opening quarter.
Player of the half.
Kevin Love is providing all of the evidence needed to show that rebounding starts with positioning. You don't need to be the strongest man on the court to have a chance at a rebound. Of course, it doesn't hurt if you're the strongest man out there.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going.
Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Jackson with it. The deficit is 6. Kicks it around the perimeter to Griffin. To Jackson. Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Hustle pays off. They've got the possession. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
The free throw good as he completes the three-point play, and the lead is up to 9. Jackson with it, looking to make something happen.
Coming through.
Down to 5, down to 4 to shoot. The shot clock expires. Clarkson to Rodney Hood. In a flash, scores at the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Jackson with it. His guys down 11. Shot clock to 4 for the Pistons. Jackson. Rebound Love. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Curling inside. To the basket goes Jackson, but a shot won't fall.
One of the best-kept secrets in the game, utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Whistle stops play, and we'll get a timeout here for Detroit as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. And a put-back slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Clarkson with the basketball. The advantage is 13 points. Gets it in the left corner. And the finish at the rim.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Here comes the screen. Griffin to Stanley Johnson. Griffin to Stanley Johnson. Cleans it up. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Right now, the Pistons have the basketball. Johnson to Reggie Jackson. Cavs have it. And the basket good at the rim.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Jackson with it. Trailing by 15. Off the mark. Oh, and a putback.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
Going to launch beyond the arc. Jordan Clarkson hounded. Shot off the mark. Can't connect from inside. Another shot stays out.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
Trying to cash in, wide open. Too easy. You can't give him that look.
I hear so many players talk about, oh, my skill set is this or my skill set is that. How about your skill set is your effort on the defensive end? That's something we don't talk about as much as we need to.
Sexton to J.R. Smith. Beyond the arc for three. Well, with J.R., it can be no, no, no. Yes, when it goes in.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
And abuses the rim. Big finish for Andre Drummond. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ballgame.
To Love. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Well defended, but Kevin Love still hits it from three.
Defense, do the math. You force them to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
Ish Smith to Drummond. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Nice pass to get things going.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Here comes the screen. Ish Smith to Stanley Johnson. Griffin. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
That misses with a second to go. Third quarter comes to an end. The fourth quarter on the way. The Cavs with a sizable advantage. The Cavaliers start with the basketball here in the fourth quarter. And if they were looking good at halftime, Jay, they're really looking good now.
They really turned up that intensity in the third quarter. They were looking to put this game out of reach, and they've come out close to doing it.
Ish Smith. He gets it.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
That's blocked by Zaza.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
To Stanley Johnson. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Stanley Johnson trying to cash in on a 3-point play. Shooting 50%, some yes, some no, in this contest. Sexton to J.R. Smith. Lets it fly from long range, shakes free, and hits.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion, the backspin. It gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Ish Smith to Luke Kennard. Shot from the lane won't go. To Alec Burks. Driving right to the basket. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Screen coming. Ish Smith to Luke Kennard. Ish Smith passed it off. Luke Kennard slams it down.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
The assist from number 14.
Sexton. Rebound to Detroit. And counted at the rim.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
To J.R. Smith. Fires the 3. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off 3-point shots.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Ish Smith to Stanley Johnson. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First one, count it. Two for 2 on that trip. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Alec Burks at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 76% from the line. Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. It's Detroit's ball.
Here we go. Here we go.
Ish Smith to Stanley Johnson. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Pistons. Substitution being made in this one. Clarkson with the basketball. His guys up by 15.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. Jordan Clarkson has got 2 shots coming. Hasn't missed yet. First free throw is good.
Way to hit. Way to hit.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Pistons have it.
Block up, block up. Here you come.
Match up, match up, match up.
Probing the defense. Surveys the floor. Jackson. Pass stolen by the Cavs.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Jordan Clarkson, good touch.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Hood. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Alec Burks. To Clarkson. From long range. Not getting the bounce. Oh, working hard there. Collects the rebound and gets it back up for the slam.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Here we go. I got him.
Jackson. Down to Griffin. Oh, emphatic slam. Now the Cavs gonna signal for timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Section 121, and place your bid. Don't miss your chance at some excellent memorabilia.
To Rodney Hood. For 3. Rodney Hood couldn't get open. Misses the shot.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Larry Nance Jr. trying to cash in on the three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw's good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. Pistons ball here.
I got ball.
Oh, yeah. Me and you.
Jackson to Griffin. Probing the defense.
1 minute left in the fourth quarter.
Griffin to Jackson. That's usually one that he'll knock down.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Jackson with it. His guys down big. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Reggie Jackson, couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Can't connect on the first free throw. Oh, he missed them both. Has a chance. Knocks it down from mid-range.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scouting.
Clarkson with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. Finishing inside the paint on that one. He'll put it up. At the buzzer, the Cavs are victorious as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Cavaliers put their opponents away in a blowout. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Pistons seemed to lose their edge as the game got out of hand.
And it's games like this where veteran players can be so important. They've been through these types of blowouts, and they know what it takes to keep a locker room united.
What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Detroit Pistons.
Game track. Bench points.
The Cleveland Cavaliers had the kind of bench production that will make any coach proud. NBA games can be made easier when you're working with depth, and that's exactly what happened here today.
Player of
Being able to put up these kind of numbers is always impressive, but having the ability to lead and inspire is something special.
who was cold.
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
And here we've got the upcoming games for the Detroit Pistons. This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.